Here is a strange thought experiment. Tomorrow morning, every person on Earth wakes up with a superpower. All 8 billion of us. Flight. Super strength. Laser eyes. For the first 5 minutes, it would be the most magical morning in human history. And then, everything would fall apart. Because the truth about superpowers is not what the movies told you. Here is the part no one sees coming. If everyone has a superpower, then no one has a superpower. The moment everyone is special, special stops meaning anything. But that is only the beginning of the problem. The real chaos starts with the physics. Your body is already running a miracle, right now, inside this very moment. Your heart beats about 100,000 times a day. Your muscles, at full strength, can already lift far more than you think. But there is a hard biological ceiling, and scientists have found people who sit right at the edge of it. Children born with a rare mutation in a gene called myostatin, the gene that normally tells your muscles to stop growing. In these children, that off switch is broken. They are born with double the muscle, almost no body fat, and strength that seems impossible. Now, take that idea further. Why can an ant carry 50 times its own body weight, while you can barely carry one? It is called the square cube law. Strength grows with the cross-section of a muscle. Weight grows with the volume of a body. Double the size of an animal, and it gets 4 times stronger, but 8 times heavier. Scale an ant up to human size, and it would collapse under its own weight. This law is the reason giants do not exist. And it is the first reason superpowers break. Suppose you really could fly like Superman. Physics has a bill for you. Lifting a human body into the air and holding it there takes enormous energy. A real human flying at speed would burn energy faster than any food on Earth could replace. You would need to eat tens of thousands of calories every single day. And super strength has the same problem. Your bones and tendons would have to be made of something no human body contains. The force that lets you punch through a wall is the same force that shatters your own arm. So here is the twist scientists love. Some of us already have superpowers, and they are real. There are women who see 100 million colors because they carry a 4th color receptor in their eyes. There are people who remember every single day of their life in perfect detail. There are blind people who navigate by clicking their tongue and hearing the echo. And there are Sherpa people whose blood carries a gene that lets them breathe where the air is so thin, most humans would die. These are not comic book powers. They are real, and they are already among us. But now, come back to our thought experiment. 8 billion people, all suddenly powerful. What happens to civilization? Power is only valuable when it is scarce. If everyone can fly, flying is not a superpower anymore. It is just walking. Every power, when shared by everyone, becomes ordinary. And here is the darker question. If everyone can punch through walls, what happens to the walls? This is the part the movies never answer. Superpowers in the real world would not create heroes. They would create an arms race. If everyone has super strength, then everyone is also a potential weapon. Every argument, every road rage, every border dispute now ends with a building collapsing. Humanity would not get peace. It would get a new kind of fear. Because the danger was never the power itself. The danger was always us. Let me show you what real superhuman looks like. In 2004, doctors in Germany examined a newborn boy. His muscles were so developed, he could already hold his own weight. The cause was a mutation in the myostatin gene. The same mutation appears in a breed of cattle called the Belgian Blue, animals that are born enormously muscular, with no extra exercise. When researchers blocked this gene in mice, the mice grew 4 times their normal muscle. The experiment is now called the mighty mouse. Then there is Wim Hof, the Dutchman they call the Iceman. He has run a half-marathon barefoot in the snow. He has climbed Mount Kilimanjaro wearing only shorts. And here is the strange part. In 2011, scientists injected him with bacteria to test his immune system. His body fought it off using breathing and focus alone. The researchers could not fully explain it. A power that sits somewhere between mind and body and is still not understood. So let me answer the question I asked at the start. What would happen if every human had superpowers? First, physics would break most of them. Second, the ones that survived would stop being special the moment everyone had them. And third, the real danger would not be the powers. It would be us. Because the deepest truth is this. The power was never in the muscles, or the flight, or the laser eyes. The real superpower is already inside you. A heart that beats 100,000 times a day, without being asked. A brain that holds every face you have ever loved. Hands that can build, heal, and hold. If every human suddenly got superpowers, we would lose the thing that actually matters. The quiet, ordinary miracle of being human. And that is already the greatest power there is.